show. Great job, everybody. Now all we need is a good title.
Come on, I thought we had a title.
What's the matter with my title?
I don't really think it projects the true essence. Let's think about it a little more, okay? Sleep on it. Come back tomorrow.
Good evening, Harold. Your name is Harold, isn't it?
What's going on here? Is this some kind of a joke?
To the contrary, Harold. This is your dream come true.
I don't get it.
You do like kids, don't you?
Yeah!
And sideline humor.
Went to college with that official.
What's that? Yeah,
I did. I went to college with her.
Hey, Airman! Hey, you over-officious jerk!
Great stuff!
And of course, great moments in NFL history.
Tom Dempsey will try to kick the longest field goal in National League history. They're sending him on with 2 seconds left. Scarpetti will hold. Here's a snap. The ball is down. Dempsey kicks it all the way. It is! It's good!
Let me get this straight. You're gonna show me anything I want?
The entire NFL Films library is at your disposal.
I got a feeling I'm not gonna get much work done tonight.
Dempsey with a 63-yard field goal. The longest field goal in the history of the National League.
You know, I never thought it was humanly possible to kick a football 63 yards. That's incredible.
Yeah, like, who are you talking to in here, huh, man?
This computer here, the one that runs the edit room, it's terrific. It's gonna show me everything I wanna see.
Computer, huh?
Yeah.
Like, this computer got a name, hmm?
My serial number reads NFL 229235-7, but you can call me Felix.
Right. Is this some kind of joke?
Ah, that's what I thought.
Okay, Felix, how about some Dan Marino?
Ah, forget Marino. How about some Johnny Unitas?
Johnny Unitas, the dude in the black high tops? Come on.
Greatest quarterback of all time. Show him, Felix.
The legendary John Unitas, the king of quarterbacks, a man whose golden right arm could move mountains.
Yeah, some king. King of comedy, maybe. What happened? The football had bacon grease all over it?
So he had a bad day. You're telling me Marino never screwed up?
Not like that, Harold.
To the contrary, gentlemen.
The fact is, even the best quarterbacks sometimes have trouble finding the right receiver. Joe Namath's legendary quick release occasionally was a little too quick. Roger Staubach didn't always play by the rules. Scrambling Fran Tarkenton wasn't totally untouchable. Even the best quarterbacks occasionally lose control of the situation.
Look at that. All the money those guys make. Yeah.
But for quarterbacks, worse than looking silly is being knocked silly. Defenders call it the quarterback crunch. Take Pittsburgh's Terry Bradshaw, for example. No quarterback in history absorbed more punishment. Perhaps that's why on certain occasions, Terry's concentration was less than brilliant.
He used to do that kind of stuff all the time.
I remember one Super Bowl, the bum had 3 interceptions.
He did indeed, but if my memory bank served me properly, he went on to become the game's most valuable player.
Are you sure?
Affirmative.
Now Bradshaw pumping, firing downfield. There goes Stallworth. He pulls it in at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and it's a touchdown for Pittsburgh on the ball to Stallworth.
Terry Bradshaw quarterbacked the Pittsburgh Steelers to 4 Super Bowl titles in 6 seasons. Bart Starr led Vince Lombardi's Green Bay Packers to 5 NFL titles in 7 years, the last of which came in the famous Ice Bowl.
Third down, inches to go to Bader. 17-14, Cowboys out in front. Packers trying for the go-ahead score. Starr begins the count. Takes the snap. He's got the quarterback taken. He's taken a touchdown. The Packers are out in front. 20-17. There's 13 seconds showing on the clock, and the Green Bay Packers are going to be world champions, NFL champions for the 3rd straight year.
But no NFL title game showcased a quarterback's skills more vividly than the 1958 encounter between John Unitas's Baltimore Colts and the New York Giants. In an overtime drive that put pro football on the map, Johnny U used masterful play calling and expert ball handling to drive his team to a world title.
It's 3rd and 1 yard to go for the championship. Barking out the signals for the Baltimore Colts. Unitas gives to Amici. The Colts are the world champions. Amici scores.
Fran Tarkenton played a completely different style of quarterback. But after years of close calls, this son of a Georgia preacher man retired as the NFL's all-time leading passer. But no quarterback answered his call to glory with more bravado than Joe Namath. In Super Bowl III, Namath guaranteed a jet victory over the heavily favored Baltimore Colts. Then Broadway Joe went out and backed up his boast. NFL quarterbacks, the makers of pro football's magic.
I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't mind bringing one of those quarterbacks' paychecks home. You know?
Passers do make big pesos, Reg.
Yeah, they do.
But the running backs are the guys that really should.
An accurate observation. Running backs are impacted at high speeds consistently, and their careers average only 3.8 years. In addition, they must possess an inordinate number of skills and attributes.
Like the relentless drive of all-time leading rusher, Walter Payton. Combine Payton's intensity and sheer power with the razor-sharp cutting ability of Gale Sayers, and consider for a moment the runner you'd have. To that recipe, add a pinch of power from Earl Campbell, and you've got the ideal running back. But when it came to gliding and thinking 3 or 4 blocks ahead, no one did it like the Juice.
OJ was awesome, but I'll tell you who's awesome big time. Bo Jackson.
Imagine the running back you'd have if you could in fact blend the varied skills of the very best.
He'd be Superman.
No, he'd be Jim Brown.
He was an unstoppable force. He never missed a game, and entire armies were no match for Jim Brown. Yet any runner can be a miracle maker, be it for a season, a game, or even a single play.
Felix, that was truly inspirational. I'm a better man for having seen it.
You know, that reminds me of that giant tight end, Mark Pavaro, and what he did against the 49ers. Yeah, that's the play. Check it out, Harold. He drags All-Pro Ronnie Lott and company 30 yards. I told you, that's one unreal tight end. Something funny about Mark Pavaro?
Felix, show this youngster the tight end when it comes to dragging defenses downfield. I give you the Colts, John Mackey against the Detroit Lions. Now there's the living definition of individual effort.
Man, the whole defense had a shot at him. Mackey, he is one tough load. I am impressed.
Permit me to ask you gentlemen this question. Which receiver had the best hands?
Piece of cake, Steve
Ray
Largent.
Barry.
Largent.
Barry!
Largent.
Barry!
Largent.
Please, I'm overheating.
Baltimore's Raymond Barry practiced, and then practiced some more. His roots were flawless, and his hands as soft as the municipal stadium grass. Seattle's Steve Largent is cut from the same mold. His patterns as precise as Einstein's calculations. His hands, deadly reliable. In terms of pure speed, Bob Hayes had 2, blinding and warp 5. When it came to the entire package, just put a bow around San Diego's Lance Allworth. Bullet and Bambi were receivers extraordinaire, but the most graceful and acrobatic clutch performer was undoubtedly Lynn Swann.
Gentlemen, let us enjoy some superb pass receptions.
Sounds great!
Yeah!
All right, Felix. Now we've seen all the great runs and all the great receivers. Now, how about some tough guys?
Yeah, like LT, Howie Long, and Andre Tippett. I'm telling you.
Reggie, we're talking tough guys here. The kind of guys that played without their face masks.
Those old fossils were nothing. Today's guys are bigger, better, and faster.
Gentlemen, let's examine tough guys from both eras.
In days of old, when men were bold and face masks weren't invented, they ran like hell, knowing all too well that sometimes they'd get dented. Pro football's past had as much punch as its present. In the 50s, a 49er defensive back named Hardy Brown used a cold shoulder to get his point across. Chicago Bear defensive end Ed Sprinkle weighed barely 200 pounds, but the Claw manufactured his share of mayhem. Doug Atkins weighed nearly 300 pounds, and he didn't mind laying his load on enemy quarterbacks. LA Ram defensive end David Deacon Jones invented a technique known as the head slap, his passport into enemy pass pockets.
Hold it there, Felix. I remember Deacon Jones. He was from the modern era. Even Deacon Jones wasn't as bad as some of the guys playing today.
Perhaps, Reginald, one prime reason for this is the wide-scale deployment of artificial surfaces that maximize speed and intensify collisions.
Two tight ends!
Shoot, Jack Lambert could have played on roller skates.
Tight end off! Robin, get ready to beat a Mike Backer. Set! Double wing right. Ace! That'll cool your ass off.
Jack Lambert, Count Dracula in cleats, remorseless and relentless. He considered it his job to hit someone on every play, and there was no one more intimidating. Raider lineman Howie Long lives by the same code. Might makes right. Despite constant double teaming, Long is virtually unblockable. The same can be said for Patriot linebacker Andre Tippett. Outside linebackers are today's impact players, and none has made more of an impression than Lawrence Taylor.
Basic physics, gentlemen. Today's bigger men traveling at faster rates of speed create more impact. For example,
What a great hit.
See that? What did I tell you now? That's modern day tough.
gentlemen, might I suggest that the single toughest player of all time has been retired for quite some time.
See, I told you.
He did, however, wear a face mask to work.
Dick Butkus played defense like no NFL player before or since.
He was the meanest son of a I've ever seen in my life play professional football. He didn't like anybody with a different colored jersey. I mean, he really disliked you. You know, he went after you like he hated you from his old neighborhood.
He was a fighter whose ferocity was felt by all who dared to cross his path.
Oh, I want to suck his chin right off.
Long before America had Hulk Hogan, the NFL had Dick Butkus.
Felix, this is some incredible stuff you're showing us. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it. But what about the sound?
Yeah, all that wireless stuff. You gonna let us hear that?
Especially with the head coaches. Those guys are riot when they're fighting with the officials.
I believe these are some of the instances you are referring to.
Mr. Official, let me ask you something. How can 6 of you miss a play like that, huh? All 6 of you. The ball jumped out of there as soon as we made contact, and nobody...
I thought you were talking about you being on the field.
No. What?
Hey, can I tell you one thing? That's 3 holding penalties on 1 football team in a quarter and a half. That ain't funny.
Hey, Tom, Holmes, number 47 on their defense, he's got stickum all over his arms now, guys.
Vaseline.
There's Vaseline, all kinds of
Anywhere on the field to play. That's not a chicken. It is a chicken call.
I'll tell you, you think that you've given these a little bit of an advantage now? How about turning it around? Go.
They're killing me, Whitey, they're killing me.
Round right nasty, slant 135.
Run past 37 power, all wing go.
Shift 3, wing fly, right? 35 ISO, leave it on.
What we got to run, I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, is an 888. Deep down the middle and hope we get a pass interference, don't you think?
Why you running the Don't change your Run a shoot. I don't give a run to shoot, catch the ball.
You go back in the game till I tell you to. Understand, Harmon? You're in the big leagues now. You understand? Well, let's start growing up.
God almighty! Why do we do that? God almighty! God, I can't believe it! What are we doing?
I'll tell you what you better do. I can watch you. You walk around out there with your finger up your and you ain't hitting the damn zone. The name of the game, man, is hit.
35. I thought that was against the rules. Putting that wave up there in the crowd. There, huh? Let's get a penalty on the
Oh, man, it's a good thing your beef is working.
Nasty stuff.
If you think it's ugly on the sidelines, the huddles aren't exactly choir meetings either.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazed dogs. Have some fun.
Let's make a big one here. Let's go.
If we're going to have to fight them, we're going to fight them. We've got to get fired up.
Keep flying around and things will start going our way. I got 10 plays in us, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, baby?
At 85 yards and 10 plays, huh?
Once we start scoring, no telling when we'll stop, huh? Right.
Set hot! Red 98! Red 98! Hot! Hot!
What happened? What play was that?
Reverse! Reverse!
Cheap shot.
How about that play? How about it? You're going to run for a touchdown. Who, me?
leg with my in the sun. I'm gonna break his neck. You wait till Hey, Sula, you better hope I never get back in there. I'm gonna kick your
You didn't have to do that.
Hey, you just play, baby. Just play.
Strong right, Z left.
46A boss, on two, right? Got that zip walk. 34! Set!
Gonna come this way.
What kind of call is that?
You almost got in there.
Let's go! Attack! 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 Set alert! Set alert! Set alert! 11! 11! That's okay! 11! 11! Hey, listen. Here comes the holding. All right? Hold or sack. Hold her, guys. Seriously. Hey, come on, baby. You can't pussyfoot up in there. You gotta run it. You gotta run it.
I think we just showed those folks that we told them get the hell out of Dodge. We're going to keep their down there for a long time. Remember that. I got 2 game balls together. We could give one to everybody. Everybody made big plays. Gee whiz. Keith Byers had a great day.
All right, Keith.
All right, Mike Rockenbach, he's too damn slow to play middle linebacker and dumb and everything else, but he did a great job today on it.
Hey, Eddie, we got a ball for you.
Hey.
Great job.
This victory belongs to Jim Irsay, who orchestrated that trade and hammered it through. And it belongs to his father, who has quite honestly struggled for a few years, made the move here. And
Well, that's some great stuff from all over the league. Say, Felix, do you have a favorite team?
That should be blatantly obvious. The Dallas Cowboys.
America's team, huh? Why the Cowboys?
Because they were the first team to use computers, of course.
Whoa, I had to ask.
And with Captain Comeback at the controls, they were never out of a game.
Well, the Cowboys need a miracle, as we said. 2nd and 10. Cowboys from the 50. Again, Staubach has him in the shotgun formation. Roger takes the snap. Ups and Watson. He's going long. Down the near sideline for Drew Pearson. Pearson makes the catch at the 5, touchdown! Pearson goes in for the touchdown, and the Cowboys score! The Vikings are claiming offensive pass interference, and Pearson throws the ball over the scoreboard as Staubach hit Pearson on a 50-yard touchdown, and the Cowboys lead with...
Grace under pressure was a Cowboy trademark. But 6 years later, they were the victims of last-minute heroics.
If you don't get what you want, you'll just simply throw the ball away. You know what I mean? Hold it, not there, away it goes.
Everything hangs in the balance now. The season, the outcome of a Super Bowl berth hangs in the balance. He has the ball. Montana rolling out the right. Looking toward the end zone. Throwing under pressure. Throws his pass. Caught by Clark. Clark got a touchdown. Clark has it. It's a touchdown for the 49ers.
On that particular Sunday, I do recall blowing a few circuits. But tell me, gentlemen, why are certain plays described as immaculate, holy, or Hail Marys?
That should be blatantly obvious. They're sacred moments, and no team has been cursed and blessed more than the Raiders.
Oakland trails 20-14. 10 seconds left. The crowd takes up a chant of defense. Robisky and Banaszak on the back. Slot right. Branch inside. Bradshaw, Stabler back. Here comes the rush. He sidesteps. Can he throw? He can't. The ball flipped forward is loose. A wild scramble. 2 seconds on the clock. Casper grabbing the ball. It is ruled a fumble. Casper has recovered in the end zone. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here. He does. A man would be a fool to ever try and write a drama and make you believe it. This one will be relived forever.
It's down to one big play. 4th down and 10 yards to go. Barry Bradshaw at the controls. Bradshaw running out of the pocket, looking for somebody to throw to. Fires it downfield. And there's a collision. It's caught out of the air. The ball is pulled in by Franco Harris.
That was a sacred moment, for indeed, the odds against a hurl projectile rerouted off colliding competitors into the hands of a waiting fullback being run in for a game-winning touchdown in the playoffs are astronomical.
And in the '86 AFC Championship, the odds facing John Elway were just as steep. Time was short, the distance far, as John Elway launched the drive.
The Broncos are 98 yards away from where they need to go. Elway in the end zone and throwing it. It's complete. Winder dives out to the 7-yard line. Come on, Johnny!
I remember every play. Elway was unreal. Browns fans were freezing, but John was red hot.
John's across the 20 and out to the 26-yard line. Has the first down. Pass for Sewell. Got it and keeps it at the 48-yard line, and was he hammered. And sacked at the 48-yard line. Here we go! That's it! And Denver loses 8. We'll have 3rd down and 18 with 1 minute and 47 seconds left. And Elway's pass is coming and caught inside the 30-yard line. Mark Jackson.
Come on, guys! Come on, stick it to him, baby!
Elway running to his right, trying to direct traffic. He's at the 10. John's at the 5 and skids out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 42 seconds to go. Broncos at the Cleveland 5. The look, the throw. Touchdown to Mark Jackson. 98.5-yard drive.
The Broncos won in overtime. John Elway, the drive, a man and his moment. Denver earned consecutive Super Bowl trips only to lose each time. In Super Bowl 22, The Redskins blew them away with a record-setting explosion known simply as the quarter.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. I formation. Play action fake. Williams going up top. Got Sanders on the fly. Midfield. He's gone unless they can catch him. The 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
We're coming back. We're going to do it.
3rd down, 2 yards to go. It's Monk who's in motion. Williams to pass. Lobs it up. He's got Clark at the goal line. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
Quarterback Doug Williams and fullback Timmy Smith spearheaded a 35-point, 356-yard second quarter of madness for Denver, of might for Washington.
Williams looks over that Bronco defense. Here he comes. Nope, faked out everybody. He's got Sanders in the clear at the 10. Touchdown! It's a new Super Bowl record. Williams is back. Lobs it into the end zone. He's got Didier. Touchdown! Holy cow! It's 34 points in this quarter.
The Redskins were world champions thanks to their incredible second quarter performance, another of football's sacred moments. Defensive end Jim Marshall of the Minnesota Vikings. On the day he retired, Marshall played in his 282nd consecutive game, an NFL record that may never be broken.
Hey, wait a minute, Felix. You said if we sat through this sacred moment stuff, you would show us what's in the Hall of Shame.
Reg, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Hall of Shame's premier attraction.
Myra straight back to pass. Looking. Now stops, throws, completes it to Kilmer up at the 30-yard line. Kilmer driving for the first down, loses the football. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running the wrong way. Marshall is running the wrong way, and he's running it into the end zone the wrong way. Thinks he scored a touchdown. He has scored a safety.
Pro football can be a perplexing experience. Take the center snap, for example. As simple as it appears, so much can go wrong.
Yo, Terry, where you going with that thing?
That must be Pittsburgh's quarterback draw. Hey, that's something we haven't seen, Felix. How about those trick plays?
I can access an ample amount of both.
What do you mean?
Ones that worked and ones that did not.
The oldest trick play on record is the flying wedge. Very few teams still use it. Other trick plays have survived the test of time, such as the hook and lateral.
Clock drops to throw. He's firing for Harris. Lateral, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
The double reverse pass can be a thing of beauty when executed by a Super Bowl champion. In the hands of an also-ran, it can have its drawbacks. Nobody ran the flea flicker better than John Unitas and the Baltimore Colts. But in Super Bowl III, Earl Morrall was at the controls, and somehow he managed to miss a wide-open Jimmy Orr. Some say this fouled-up flea flicker was the turning point of the contest. The fact is, where trick plays are concerned, necessity is still the mother of invention.
Down to the 30-yard line, picked up there, lateral back by a Cardinal.
Here's one of those
across the field to the far side, 30.
Here's one of those crazy
plays. To the 32-yard line, evades the man, coming back across, reversing his field at the 30. pitches back to number 38, Sakahima. He throws it back to number 24. He throws it back across the field to Steph Mitchell. Mitchell standing on the far side, looking for some place to run to the 40, the 45. He's at midfield, nowhere to rattle and run out of bounds. Hey, that's fun, isn't it?
Trick plays and improvisation don't always yield positive results, but they're sure good for a few laughs.
Serves him right for showing off.
That was the worst reverse spike I've ever seen. But it was legal back then. Hey, I bet you that's something Felix doesn't know.
Yeah!
What? Yo, Felix, who was the first guy to spike a ball in the end zone?
Yeah!
In the fall of 1971, a Kansas City Chief wide receiver named Elmo Wright initiated what many football historians consider to be the first spike. Since that joyous day, gridiron celebrations have taken on many looks. In 1984, the league outlawed excessive jubilation and announced a strict enforcement policy. The effects were immediate. Understatement was in. Politeness. Then came the latest craze, the Cabbage Patch. See what you started, Elmo.
Felix, thanks for everything.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again sometime.
Gentlemen, please be seated. You surely don't want to miss the final act.
What else can you possibly show us?
Yeah, we've seen everything.
Gentlemen, I give you the very essence of the game. A classical portrait of pro football in 3 movements. You decide what each movement is trying to say.
I guess this has something to do with not giving up?
More precisely, Harold, it's a game where intense effort generates high emotion and sometimes enormous ineptitude.
This must be the show. What great athletes these guys are.
Indeed, Reginald, it's a game where large, swift men make their mark with grace, style, and elegance.
These must be the greatest hits.
Above all else, gentlemen, pro football is a game of great impact.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was great.
What's going on here? Why isn't this place cleaned up?
We're watching the NFL's greatest hits.
That's the title, NFL's greatest hits. Now clean up this place.
No, you don't understand. The computer that runs this place has been showing us all this great stuff.
Yeah, and his name is Felix.
There's no computer running this place. Clean this place up.